first of all, I just want to say hi, everybody. Apparently, we are something like 80 people, 90 people.
94.
94 people. So well done for coming here. And seriously, thank you for coming to this first virtual harmonica gathering. So yeah, going back to me, I have been playing music since I was 4, recorder, and I was playing with it all the time. It was my mentor. Then 13 years old, I was starting classical music, and then 14 oboe. I have had my gold medal when I was 21, and I was promised to become a classical musician, but my parents didn't finance me, so I had to stop. Then 12 years of not playing any instrument at all, and then back 14 years ago, I have stumbled onto this thing, which is a diatonic harmonica, and the rest is history. And I have started my YouTube channel not to promote myself, but it was in fact just to share my progress with people. So, and as a rule, I have not deleted any of my videos I have been putting on YouTube. So if you want to hear how bad, I mean, badder I was sounding back then, you can have a proof of that. So
it's like your life story.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Okay. Can I just check with everybody listening? Give me some thumbs up. Can you see Christelle on the main screen spotlighted? That's what I'm hoping you can. Trevor, yes? Okay, so spotlight on Christelle for what time are we starting? 6:30 to 7:45. Is that right? Long time.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, and okay, so what I want to do first to say hello, I think before having a lot of talk about how to breathe, I want to play just something for you. Okay, so now I can't hear anyone. Apparently everybody is muted. So, okay. I hope this blues was not, or that you have appreciated it. It was okay, it was fine. Okay, I can't hear anyone, I just can read. Okay, so good. We are here to speak about, to talk about, and sorry about my stupid accent because I was born in France. So sorry if you can't understand me, but apparently it's fine. So, okay, how to breathe with your instrument. What a stupid question, because people will say, okay, look, girl, we all know how to breathe. We have come, you know, I am 60, 65, 13 years old, 14 years old. I have been living all the way up there without your knowledge of breathing. But the thing is, it's very tricky because most of the problems that a harmonica player encounter comes from a bad breathing. This is the thing. In Europe, we are accustomed to breathe from the top because we have been taught in school that the lungs are here. So basically, we use the upper part of our body. And then that's pretty much about it. But the thing is, it's wrong. It's so wrong because, in fact, we are a result of evolution. You know, Mr. Darwin found that. And we are mammals. And mammals, we have a rib cage. Okay, the rib cage is there. The rib cage has been created, evolved, whatever you think, to allow the heart and the lung and the liver to be protected. But the thing is, it doesn't work in certain conditions. When you run, when you sleep, because when you run and when you sleep, the rib cage prevents a best ventilation. And I've got proof of that. You know, when you see some athletes running a marathon or running a 1,500 meters, especially girls, because girls have the two-piece suit, you know, the top and the bottom. And when they arrive at the finish line, what do? You can see their belly doing this. You know, they are breathing from the belly because this is the most efficient way of, you know, catching your breath. You don't take the air from the top. Something else, some of you have kids, you know, little babies, and maybe you have seen some of your babies, you know, being changed, you know, and everything. And I don't know if you have noticed that, but they are not breathing from the top. You can see their belly going up and down like crazy. It's just like a remake of the movie Alien. You know, they have something in their belly. It's very, very strange. It goes up and down so much. It's, oh my God, it's unbelievable. But yes, because babies knows naturally how to breathe the most efficiently. And this is this kind of breathing that we need. So when I am talking about how to breathe, I am talking about a particular name of a breathing, particular type of breathing, which is the diaphragmatic breathing. So it's a kind of a fancy word, but in fact, it's very easy. There is a muscle on the bottom of our lung called the diaphragm. So it's a muscle that is on the bottom part of the lung, and it just controls the breathing when you want it. Because there is two things that works as a sympathetic way. This is the heart. You don't have to think of your heart to make it beat. And you don't need to think about your lung to catch your breath. But for the lung, because we have been evolved to run and to hunt and to do all those stuff, nature has given the mammals this muscle that allows us to catch our breath. And this is the kind of muscle that is used by the sport people or you when you are going to sleep. And I will come to that later. Okay, so the diaphragm is, when it's used, make way to the lung to go all the way down. And to go all the way down, we take the air from the bottom. So I know for European, it sounds a bit nuts, but we can actually direct the air on the bottom of our lung, and then filling the air from the bottom all the way up. And some people are always, you know, even taking the air on the back of the body. And I just want to do something very, 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 very stupid. I will play the whole number 4 on the diatonic in C. So you can see it's a double noble. It's quite a very cheap and very nice instrument. And I will play the whole number 4, which is a D. So there is no, circular breathing going on. And I just want you to demonstrate how great it is to be able to breathe this way. So I will just play this D on the whole number 4, and then keeping it as long as I can. And you will see what's happening. And by the way, my back is never on the back of the chair. I am always playing, like sitting in my hips. So this is what's happening when you breathe correctly. You see, nothing has happened here. I have not put my shoulder up. You have seen nothing happening here. Everything is happening down there. Okay, so this thing has a name. It's called building an air column. So you will find this terminology, this name, in every possible teaching of singing, for example. If you go to the next door conservatory, music school, and ask for a singing teacher for opera and classical music, he will talk about the air column. If you talk to a saxophone player, he will talk to you about the air column. If you talk about any wind instrument player, they will talk about air column. So we are the only instrument where we have to inhale as well as exhale air to play. We should be the first one to work on this breathing technique. So now that I have talked about generalities and stuff, there is a very simple exercise that I can give you to achieve a correct breathing. It's a program over 6 weeks. So it's a 6 weeks program, and I guarantee you, if you apply this program, you should be able to have the diaphragmatic breathing correctly. And guess what? It's an exercise that you can do without harmonica. So how does that work? The first week, I will ask you to lie on your bed, on the sofa, on your back. So you will just lie down, it's very, very quiet and all that. You just relax. And I will ask you to do only one thing. It's just to memorize the sensations that is happening. Just memorizing, this sensation. Don't try to act on anything. Just observe what's happening. And just take a look sometimes on your belly. And you will see that the more you will relax, the more you will be just about to sleep, you will see that your belly will go up and down slightly. And in fact, this is what you do naturally when you go to bed. And doing this exercise, I guarantee you, it will happen. You will yawn like crazy because this is what's happening. You are relaxing and your body will take it as you are going to sleep and going to have a nap, but it's not the case. Just focus on that. You do that for the first week. Then the second week, exactly the same thing. You find a moment, lying on your back, on your bed, on the sofa, on the ground. And then I will ask you to do one thing after you have relaxed a lot, is to take a deeper breath every 5 intake. So you breathe just like you should, relax. Don't try to do anything. And when you are ready, you count 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 5th one, you take a deeper breath, not trying to do anything fancy. Don't try to control anything. You are just taking a deeper breath. This is very important that you don't try to force anything. Because if you try to make the exercise successful, you have already lost. You have not achieving the exercise correctly. So just let your body relax, and just the only thing that you need to do is every 5 intake, you take a deeper one. So this is the second week. Now, the third week, same thing, on your back, relaxing, just about to sleep and stuff. But instead of every 5 intake, I will ask you to take every 3 intake. So the rhythm will be, faster in the intake, and I need you to consciously understand that you will take a deeper one, but still in a very natural, very relaxed, not forced fashion. So this is for the first 3 weeks. And now something will change. The next step of the exercise for the 4th week, instead of lying down, you are sitting. You can sit on a chair as long as your back is not touching, the back of the chair. You can sit on your bed and everything. So I want you to know that this particular moment is actually critical. Some people will fail, which is not a big deal, because you can always go back to the lying bit. Because when you change the situation, the position of your body, unconsciously, you are still not sleeping anymore, because most of us, we don't sleep while sitting, right? So we are just fully awake. And the thing is, unconsciously, you will try to go back to the top part of your breathing, and this is wrong. So this is where memorizing during the first week, the sensation you have is very important and critical. When you sit, just try for a while to retrieve the same sensation as the first week while sitting. Try to find the most relaxed beat and stuff like that, and all that. So the first week you do nothing, just sit and try to retrieve the same sensation. The week number 5, you do exactly the same thing as the week number 2, which means every 5 intake, you take a deeper one. And of course, you understand, the week number 6, every 3 intake, you will take a deeper one. So at the end of these 6 weeks programs, I think most of you should be able to achieve the diaphragmatic breathing. And this is the kind of breathing you need. There is a very good way to check if you are doing it correctly. You can just stand in front of a mirror, or you can just have a mirror in front of you. And if your shoulders are going slightly up, if this part of your body is moving like this, if there is any movement on the upper part of your body from that line, it means that you are doing something wrong. There is as well many consequences of bad breathing. So now that I have given you the recipe, I can tell you what's wrong in your playing right now. Okay, it's kind of spooky or funny or whatever the words you want to qualify that. But when I am on YouTube and when I am looking at a video of a harp player that I don't know, I don't have necessarily the need of putting the sound straight away. I can know what will be the sound achieved just by the position of his body. Just the position of his body, you can be sure straight away of the nature of the sound that you will hear if you put the sound on. And basically, I think I will just exaggerate a little bit the position, but we have all seen those harmonica players with no neck. All of a sudden, the harp players have no neck. It just something like that. Okay, so this is the typical symptoms of someone that doesn't know how to breathe. If you take Brendan Power, if you take Jason Ritchie, Howard Levy, if you take any kind of Charlie McCoy, Robert Bonfoglio, or any kind of player that knows what they are doing, we are all like that. We are all standing and having the harmonica like that, and we can play with a massive sound without having this particular position. Because if you do that, you are cutting completely the air column that can be expressed. You see what I mean or not? I can't see any comment. I can't see any comment. I don't have any feedback from the people. Maybe what I'm saying is boring. Maybe it's boring. I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't see any comments coming up. So anyway, okay, good. Okay, there is one good. That's okay, cool. Okay, so when you are thinking that you are achieving something correctly, yes, maybe, but check in the mirror. If your shoulders are just like that, you know, or if you've got some tension in your back here or in your shoulders, or if your arm somewhat is tense, it means that your body is fighting you. Your body is fighting you because most of the time you are running simply out of air. You are running out of air, and your body doesn't like this. Your body doesn't like to be deprived of the air because you are still breathing from the top, and then you are just struggling so much. And this is why one of the reasons that most of the harp players have the tendency of fight the instrument. This is the particular position of someone fighting the instrument. So if you want to know if you are doing already something correctly, you can have a candid photo of yourself playing, asking your wife, asking your girlfriend, your kids to take a photo of you when you are least aware of it. And you will discover what is the sign of not breathing correctly with your instrument. Okay, there is another thing that is so important when you play the harmonica, and it's completely linked with the breathing. This is the position of your body. If you rehearse, if you work, you know, you are sitting usually on a desk and something like that. Again, never touch your back here. Just sit in your hip and just have the most natural position. And basically, the best position to play harmonica is only that. You are just bringing the harmonica and you use your arm and your hand as a harmonica holder. You actually don't need this one. I mean, 90% of the time, if you are not playing blues, and even the blues, there is many harmonica players who can do wonderful things only playing like this. The arm is only there to add some wah-wah and some expression, and that's it. This hand is only useful for that. I mean, come on. This instrument is so light. You don't need both hands to play it. You don't need it. You don't need both hands to play harmonica. So basically, in order to be able to play correctly, boom, you are just doing this. It doesn't need a lot of effort, or you don't need to be a rocket scientist. Just this good position, bringing the harmonica. Yeah, and you take it on the correct way, of course. I mean, I don't know how it sounds through my microphone and through Zoom, but you know, I am not even playing loud, and this is a difference. This is one of the things that the breathing is opening. You know, it's just like a video game. If you got the correct key, you can pass the next level and the next level and everything. Basically, the breathing thing will unlock everything. Will unlock so many things. So when you are able to do that, you are able to achieve something. When you are breathing from the bottom, you are able to open your throat, just like yawning and letting the throat open. You can, okay, here it's a bit complex, but basically in our skull, we have got what we call sinuses. I mean, when you are cold, you know that you've got nasty stuff coming out of your nose. It comes from your sinuses. Those ones and those ones. And it turns out that if you breathe correctly, it unlocks your throat and you can direct the sound into your skull. And this is where you can have a full massive tone without being loud, without spending a lot of energy. This is what's happening with opera singers. I mean, just take a look at it. I mean, I know that the opera house are very big and they have a very good acoustic and everything, but it's not enough if you don't have a correct singing technique. And those singers doesn't sing always so loud, you see? So basically what's happening is they are using their head as resonators. everyone has seen the Brother in Arms Dire Straits album, you know, the National Steel guitar, you know, the metallic guitar, and those guitars have resonators. And basically we are transforming ourselves into resonators. But if you are just cutting the air column here, if you are not breathing correctly, you are not able to concentrate of having all these sounds going into your skull and then letting the vibration of your entire body going there. I mean, sometimes, especially on low harmonicas, when I am relaxed enough, when I am really into my technique, sometimes I've got little bit of tears in my eyes. It's not because I am sad. It's just because the vibration of the harmonica that I am putting into my sinuses is making my eyes like shaking a bit. And this is what's happening sometimes. And believe me, it's the most magical moments when that happened. But anyways. So, okay, yeah, exactly. It's Patrice Rayon who sing Dobros. Yes, it's Dobros guitars. So this is the resonators and stuff. So, position, breathing, the exercises, and that's it. So now I think to make the things a bit more interesting, I am ready to take some questions.
Christelle, I've just been monitoring the chat, and lots of people are getting what you're saying, and they like the analogy about the shoulders. So yeah. you've missed about 24 messages, but everyone's really enjoying what you're saying.
Okay, so basically, I want to add something. Okay, I am not perfect. Okay, I'm not saying that I've got the rocket science thing about the harmonica. That's very far from that. So I want to share with you my own problems. When I know that, I mean, when I am hurting so much here, when I am hurting so much here, when I am hurting there, believe me, when my body is hurting somewhere, it means that I do something wrong. So when you play harmonica, when you play your diatonic or even chromatic, but it's more likely for the diatonic because we are using, you know, when you play in cross harp, when you play mainly while drawing the notes. So basically you are suffocating yourself. And basically when you do that, your body is fighting you. So when your body is fighting you, it can be okay for the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But then after that, something goes wrong. And this is where you get all tense because you are fighting yourself. And sorry to say that, guys, but most men think they can do it because I think, I mean, it's a stupid explanation, but I think, you know, the guys are thinking, okay, it's a small instrument. I am tough. I am strong. I should be able to do stuff. And then they are forcing. So much about that. So as soon as you've got some tension in your shoulders here, I mean, anywhere in your body, it means that you are not breathing correctly. This is, I am sure 100%, almost 99% that it's coming from there. It's not because of something else. It's because you are fighting your instrument and because you breathe incorrectly. So this is it. There is one thing that I need to say. There is a consequence of that. If you are able to breathe correctly, what will happen? Is the excuse of saying, okay, I only can play 10 minutes of harmonica every day. When I teach online, when I teach, the people are saying, I am asking the question, okay, how much do you practice every day? And usually the average is 10 to 15 minutes. And I ask why. And they all say, everybody say, okay, because I'm tired. And this is coming from there. If you are able to breathe correctly, if you take the time to study this part and take in my advice, believe me, if you are able to breathe correctly, you will not fight your instrument. You will not have any tension. And then you will be able to work longer minutes, longer hours with your instrument. And this is what's happening. The reason why I am good is not because I've got a bionic ear. It's not because I am coming from Mars or Venus or whatever. No, it's because I have made much more mistake than you. I have been working so much more than you. And why I have been able to work so much more and longer hours is because I am completely relaxed most of the time with my instrument. And this is where breathing is so important. It's so critical. This is the first thing, even before the bends. Working on your bends, yes, okay, that's brilliant. It's you need them in order to play modern blues. If you want to play pop songs and stuff like that, yeah, you need your bends. But the first, the foundation of your house is position and breathing. Just work on that, and believe me, even if you think that it will be a setback in your playing, take 1 month, take 2 months only on working on that. And believe me, you will pop up on Facebook in 2 months saying, thank you, Christelle. I guarantee you, if you do that, you will have no problem with your breathing technique and stuff like that, and you will be able to concentrate on your bends, on the music, interpretation, you know, expressions and stuff like that, and you know, you will be able to achieve all that. So yeah, I think I am pretty much done about the breathing thing. So maybe we can have a question and answer thing.
Yeah, there's a few questions in the chat. Do you want to skim through and see? There was one earlier on, a long time ago. Somebody was saying, where was it? Robbie McIntosh was saying, do you tongue block or pucker? And do you use customized harmonicas? That was a question from early on.
Yeah, okay, so basically I am a pucker, which means I am not, okay, I don't play amplified. So I don't think, you know, having this Chicago style kind of a technique where you tongue block and having a microphone for harmonica and amplifier and stuff. No, I use tongue blocking sometimes. I can do it, but I am a pucker. So I am a melodist most of the time. But having said that, when so when I need to tongue block, I am switching, you know, from puckering and then that. About the harmonicas, okay, guys, I am a terrible harmonica customizer. I am so bad, you have no idea. I have tried to learn from Arza Jack, some guy on YouTube who is doing a terrific job. I have even had a private lesson with Joe Spires a long time ago, but I am a very terrible customizer, harmonica customizer. So basically, for example, this one, this Noble has been sent out to me, and I have not touched it. And it's basically all the harmonicas I am playing. This is almost out of the box harmonicas, and they are all Richter tuning, which means that they are not minors, they are not tweaked, there is no special tuning. No, this is just the out of the box harmonica, basically.
This DeBell that you have there, Christelle, maybe a lot of people have never heard of it. It's a company from South Korea.
Yeah. So
Benny Yun is the owner.
Absolutely.
And they make outstanding instruments, and it's called DABEL, D-A-B-E-L-L.
Yeah, basically, guys, I know I have been playing Seidel. I was a Seidel endorsee for a while, and then I have moved to Suzuki. I have been asked by Anthony Daneker to play his harmonicas, and I still have the Danekers. I still have a bunch of them, and I know that. But this instrument coming from South Korea, I have been contacted by Benny Yun months ago, and he has sent me a sample of them. I said, what the f is going on, guys? I mean, it's just crazy. It's cheap, and they sound terrific. It's just amazing, and I think they cost like 40 euros, 50 euros, something like that. And they are just great. They have the Story, which is the equivalent of the Special 20, those ones, and they have the Noble, which is the one that I'm using. So obviously, the cover plate looks like a bit like a Manji, but the sound of them is just brilliant. Another question?
Do you want to pick from the chat and see what you like the look of?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. I've got problem with my eyes. I need to pick up my other glasses.
Okay.
Nicholas Barber asks, how do you know when your throat is open? When she gets back.
Was that?
Nicholas Barber asks, how do you know when your throat is open?
Okay, so it's actually an exercise that I have been picking up during my oboe time, because oboe needs a lot of air pressure, and then the throat needs to be like that. So there is a good exercise for that. You try to take the air, as deep as you can into your throat, and the fresh air needs to hit the throat as deep as possible. And having this goal in mind, you will be able to know if you are taking the air correctly. Basically, if you are able to feel the air, the fresh air, midway here in your throat, you are doing something right. So this is what I'm saying. Basically, it's exactly that. Just taking a lot of air and trying to feel the fresh air, the deeper you possible in your throat. So you have asked me to read from the chat. Okay, so question mark, inspirational stuff. Can you say more about opening the throat? So yeah, I have just been answering these questions. So can you just put a question mark, guys, for a question? Okay. There is Jerry Guy. How long do you do each week of breathing? Jerry, in fact, I don't do those exercises anymore because I don't need to. But in fact, for you, if you ask for you, if you do the 6 weeks programs, it will be already very much helpful. But if you want to be sure that your foundation will be strong, you can extend that, like dedicating like 10 minutes every day to do only this exercise for, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year. It depends what you need. Okay.
Russ asks if you could talk about throat vibrato smoothness.
Okay. This is my secret. I hate talking about my secret. This is my sound. Okay, so basically, on that one, I am a big cheater, and I don't know how to express that differently. In fact, okay, in my playing, I've got 2 types of expression when I play. I've got the tremolo going on according to the definition of Howard Levy. You know, the blues vibrato is actually not a vibrato, it's a tremolo because it's a difference of intensity, but not a difference of, of pitch. So basically, I've got this little thing going on, but I am smoothing this, and basically when I'm doing a vibrato, there is the tip, I will play the second hole. So this is the classic throat tremolo that the blues players have been accustomed to play. But instead of staying there, I am moving up the cutting of the air all the way on the very back of the tongue. And then I am just using my muscle to as well lower the pitch a little bit. So basically I am doing 2 when I play the harmonica, when I take the air inside, the result is that. So basically, I am having the blues tremolo, but at the same time, it's a vibrato because I am changing the pitch of the note. So this is when I draw the notes. When I blow the notes, I have actually never figured out how to vibrate correctly using the throat thing. It doesn't work for me. So basically, I am doing something that is forbidden with a wind instrument player, is using my diaphragm in order to make the blow notes expressing like. Here, I am not using my throat. I am using my diaphragm to vibrate the sound. And at the same time, I am not vibrating or making a tremolo on every single note. I am only doing this on the long notes because it's something that I have found very often. there is many harp players who are playing vibrato or tremolo all the time, but I don't do that. I only choose the longer note to express myself, just like a singer, basically. If you listen to great singers like Ella Fitzgerald, or I don't know, even Celine Dion, a completely different genre, they all sing the long notes and adding some expressions. So next questions?
So, Christelle, do you play in a band?
No, I don't. Because nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. I am not lovable. I am not a nice person. So this is normal that no one wants to play with me. So Zvika Dror, you can start an overblow without finishing it. Okay, it's an advice. Thank you. Another question? Please, guys. There was a lot of questions, I'm sure. How did you feel when you played with Melody Gardot? It was a nice gig. It was very nice. She has been calling me when I was living 275 kilometers away, taking the train, meeting her and the international musicians. And I have played 4 songs with her, and she was happy, and that was a terrific night. And as per usual, I didn't stay after. I just came back straight to my place by train. So it was fun. Okay, so have you tried to be Jerry Guy? Have you tried to be nicer to people? You seem okay. Yeah, but I just seem okay. Just the video, you know. I am a bitch. No, I am nasty. You don't want to know me. Do high elbow armor? I don't understand the question. Do high elbow arms help with breathing? No. Okay. Again, guys, the best position to play harmonica, it's the most natural and the most boring one. You just sit on your chair, don't putting your back on the back of the chair, just having a space between, just doing this, and then boom. This is actually the best position to play harmonica. This is the best one. You don't need to do that or to do that or to do, I don't know. You just need to do that. Okay, so if people don't like you, that's their problem. Thank you, Pauline.
Christelle, people asking, do you use circular breathing at all?
Okay, when I was an oboe player, it was mandatory to learn this technique because there was actually some especially romantic period of music like Schumann, like Strauss. There was some concertos or romances where you need actually to use the circular breathing because otherwise you can't play it. It's too it's all over the place and you don't have the time to do that. So yes, but for the harmonica, I don't use it. Oh, sorry. Yes, I do. Sorry. Yes, I do. When I play and I want a note to stick and to be like obsessive and all that, sometimes I use it, but it's like once every year or something like that. It's just like a I can play like that for the entire night. By the way, on YouTube, there is, I have been putting a video years ago, and the video is called Circular Breathing, the most boring video on YouTube. I have been naming that. So if you want to hear me to play a circular breathing for more than 3 minutes, you can go on YouTube.
Another question for you, Christelle.
Yes?
If you're playing a high note, which type of vibrato would you use for the high notes?
Belly.
Still the belly, okay.
Yeah, on the diatonic, the notes that sound the best on the third octave are obviously the blow ones. So basically, yeah. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, good.
Good, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so
Sergey asks how you how you do overblows if you have non-customized harps.
I mean, okay. When I say that I don't customize art, it's because okay, I know there is the embossing and all that, and then you are working, you are dismantling your stuff. Okay, I know for sure that out of the box, no harmonicas will suit anyone's playing. So basically, the only thing I do is I am closing the reeds. This is all I do with my harmonicas. I am just closing the reeds a little bit, just having the balance between not being able to play the notes and having a too leaky instrument. I'm just trying to have a good response, and the rest is just technique. Okay. If I want to go to the overblow thing, my best advice for people, if you are not able to be extremely precise regarding your regular bends, your draw bends from hole number 1 all the way to hole number 6, if you are not able to be dead sharp, dead precise regarding your bends, don't go to overblows because you will fail them. You will fail your overblows. If you don't have already in your ear, in your mouth, all those muscle memory and muscle reflex regarding your overblows, you will not be able to achieve a decent overblow. And an overblow as well is complex because when you play on the hole number 1, for example, there is the C, and then you are drawing, there is the D, and then there is the C sharp. But if you want to play the E flat on the same hole, which is the overblow will pop up in a bad way. It will be too flat. So you will have to correct before the overblow is popping up. You will have to raise the overblow a little bit. So in order to do that, you need to get rid of the bends that you will do. Like if I play, it's too flat. It's way too flat. It's not in pitch. But you see, here the overblow is just right on the spot because I am confident enough with my C sharp. Because as you know, doing an overblow is just like doing a bend, and then instead of continuing to draw, you blow, and you are just choking a little bit the reed to make the note happen. But if you're not confident enough with all your bends, you are dead. You can't play an overblow correctly. It's impossible. And by the way, there is already so many notes that you can play on the first octave. You can play already a full chromatic scale. I mean, beside the E flat, which is a bit particular on the hole number 1, but you have so many chromatism. If I do something. It's an exercise of precision, but basically you've got already that. Oh. And here I am only playing on 2 notes, on 2 holes. So before rushing into overblows, just work your things around with your draw bends, natural bends, the classic bends, and then if you need the overblows, you can go there. And in fact, the more I am getting older, the more I've got the tendency to remove myself from the overblows. I try to get away from the overblows because I am lazy. I am just as lazy as anyone else. I don't want to work like a. I don't want to play the overblow 4, 5, 6 and then doing something else. No. I am lazy. So I'm trying to find a harmonica that will be able to play the melody and then developing without those overblows. Okay, do you think overblows are... Just Leijden says, don't you think overblows are highly overrated? No, I am sure if Little Walter, Sonny Williamson, even Sonny Terry would have had a harmonica or discovering this technique of overblowing, they would have done it. It's for me, I can't believe that in 2021 we still have this discussion about diatonic harmonica players playing overblows. No, it just, you know, this instrument has been invented in Bavaria, in Germany, to play papa songs. It has never been designed to play blues. The bands and all that has just happened by accident. The collision of the importation of a European instrument and African American slaves was just trying to play the harmonica like no one else, and all those bands has happened by accident. So it's everything that can make the music sound better or richer should be taken. So no, overblows are not overrated, but you know, you have to work a lot in order to make them sound believable. And this is the problem. Playing overblows and making them believable, this is the tricky part. Because if you... I mean, if I played something like that, I don't think harmonica. I think violin, and I'm trying to play my other bands with the same tone, and I'm trying to just blend them, just like a painting when you smudge a blue with a red and stuff like that, and you're just trying to have this correct shade. This is exactly the same thing.
Christelle, I'm wondering, we were talking earlier about improvising. So with your YouTube movies, which 30, how many million? 34 million?
34, yes.
Have subscribed. I'm one of those. I subscribed many years ago.
Thank you.
And I love the way that you take a melody and then you develop it and improvise. I wonder whether people might be interested to hear your thoughts on how you approach that idea.
Okay, so the best practical thing that you need to understand for improvisation, okay, and here it's not academic at all, because a real musician, I mean, by the way, I need to say that I define myself not as being a musician. I am more an actress than a musician, because a musician will be obsessed with perfection of the execution of the music. A musician will be completely into respecting completely the harmony and everything. I do that because I am playing music, but in fact, what interests me, this is emotion. I am just an emotion addict. And when I do something, even if it's not perfect, but I know that the music in the context is conveying what I want to say, that's fine with me. So
surely when you're in the flow like that, you don't give a damn if you're breathing in or out or overblowing. It's not relevant.
Yeah,
not relevant.
It's not relevant because I have been working thousands of hours to be able of not thinking about it anymore. And this is the strategy. Just like the breathing. Once you work long hours, once you do that, you don't have to think about that. It's just like a given, just like the language. When you have been learning the words and the sentence, you don't have to think about that. They are just popping up like this.
Yeah,
so breathing, right. And then you are working on your bands a lot, like being sick of it. And once you have it, you don't have to think about that. So about the improvisation, I am getting to the point now. So it's not academic because most musicians will think in terms of chords, which means having already a well-developed sense of the harmony, knowing what is a chord structure, what is the intervals between two notes and everything. But this is not what I did. What I did was exactly the same thing I did when I was little, when I was a girl playing recorder, which means that once I've got a melody, I am trying to find some ornamentation. I am trying to find some ornamentation around the melody, just adding some embellishments, just like the Baroque music, basically. And then after that, after a while, those embellishments replace the melody. And then the more I am doing this, the more I am able to get away from the melody and to listen more to the chord. Is it minor? Is it major? where the chords are leading me. And then I am transforming myself from a musician to be a surfer. Or just like, as I have told you before the opening of this session, just like a jet pilot. I am doing this, I am using the air, or, or a glider. I am using the hot air, and I am using all those chords in order to go up, to go down, to turn and stuff like that. This is the process is really about feelings, and it's not as academic as one might think.
So it sounds like if you've got the technique down, if you've done your 10,000 hours, you have the technique. After that, you're free. Then it's purely from your intellect, surely.
Exactly. I mean, this is my point. When I play a music video, when I choose a jazz theme, okay, before recording, I am checking if I got the theme right, and on that one, I am respecting what Dizzy Gillespie was saying. Dizzy Gillespie, the trumpet player, was saying, if you don't get the theme right, don't even try to play the song. It's useless. If you don't get the theme of a song right, it's useless to try to improvise or even to play on the song. So my first task is to get the theme right. And once I've got it right, okay, I can launch QuickTime, launching the recording, and boom. But in fact, I don't learn the song. I got my ears, I got the technique, So now it's just like when I'm speaking with you. I was born in France. My main language was French, but when I'm speaking with you guys, because I've got years of practice of English, or I don't think about verb, complement, no, it just pop up like that. I don't have to think about that. And music is the same thing. But because before that, I have been spending an awful lot of hours and throwing my harmonica through the room because I was not able to play something. I should have money for inventing the flying harmonica, because you will not believe how many times I have been throwing my instrument from frustration. And no, I mean, yes, seriously, I did more mistake than you guys. This is probably why I play like this now, is because I have been so bad. I have been so bad that now when I take it, yeah, I think I know that because I have been struggling so much to get there. But it's just like a language. It's not music. It's just like a language.
Christelle, we have a question.
Yeah?
So you mentioned you're a friend of, a fan of Brendan Power.
Yes, I am.
What do you think about alternate tunings?
Okay, I just hope Brendan is not around, but I need to say this. I am not very close to Brendan. He's a good friend. We have been meeting each other, but we are not we're not in contact all the time. But if someone is asking me, there is a statue in Montreux in Switzerland of Freddie Mercury. There is this statue, bronze statue of the quintessential singer and performer. For me, the guy that represents harmonica is Brendan. I'm sorry, because this guy has been inventing so many things. He has been finding so many solutions about alternate tuning, way of playing harmonica with an iPad, with boomboxing, playing Bulgarian music, and now Chinese music, and finding ways of being, come on. He can play chromatic, he can play diatonic. And so, yes, it's his thing. Brendan has sent me 5 different harmonicas of his with an alternate tuning. I have never been able to play them because it's not my thing. It's just, there was only one instrument that for me is the future of the harmonica, but it's too complicated. This is the X reed. Brendan was working with Suzuki with the Sub 30. The Sub 30 was a disaster. It was not set up correctly. The factory, it was a disaster. And then Brendan has been making this instrument with a new advancement. And for me, if you ask me, if tomorrow I can get the X reed based on the Sub 30 in the shop, I will play only this instrument, because for me, this is the future of the harmonica, and it already exists. But for commercial reason, for industrial reason, it can't be produced on a large scale. But for me, the X reed, for me, this is the best, because it's logic. When you get, for example, this one you can see, if you want to get an overblow, you go to the next hole and then you can bend while blowing. And the logic of this instrument is perfect. You can bend everything, everywhere, anywhere. And for me, this is the future. But, you know, I need to go back to that because, you know, I've got only one. So for me, Brendan, this is the best. Okay, so other questions. Do you define improvisation as being what is in your head? Absolutely. And improvisation, in fact, is to take care of the harmony, take care of making sentences. Like if you play something, if you've got an idea, you can develop it and then you can answer it. You can answer it with doing something just like Amazing Grace. I will take Amazing Grace, but if you do Amazing Grace, this is the question and then the answer. Question and then answer. Amazing Grace is the perfect example of that, on only 2 notes. Of course, you can develop it over 4 bars or 8 bars or 12 bars, but once you've got an idea, you can develop it, and then you can make an answer to that. It can be a melodic answer, it can be a rhythmic answer, you can vamp, you can make a long note, but in fact, you need to think ahead, and you've got something on your heart, you've got something in your mind, somewhere in between, and then you are just like a sentence. When you say something to someone when you say to someone, I love you, you don't have any understanding of I love you. You just have this heart beating and you say the words. This is exactly the same with the music. You are saying something. It's not something that is fully formed. It's just in between. And then when you've got enough practice, it becomes language. Is there any other questions? Questions, guys?
Okay, I've got a question when you have a minute. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. And one idea I like to try myself, I just wondered on your views. I tried to put the radio on, listen to some music radio, and just take a C harmonica. And I don't know what key it is. I don't know what the music is necessarily, or maybe I do. Might be Vietnamese music, I have no idea. And just try to make it work all on a C harmonica. What do you think about different types of music on the harmonica? That's my question. Different types of music on the harmonica.
And I have no idea in what key I am. I don't have any idea. I don't care. I seriously don't care.
You don't need to know.
No. You know, when I want to play a melody, when I want to play like a jazz standard or something like that, I've got my usual, the C, the B flat, the A, the G, and stuff like that. I'm trying. You know, second position, just like an idiot, because I am not intelligent. I am stupid. So I am just trying, you know, second position thing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it works. But then after that, I begin to think. I'm trying to use the 3 neurons in my head in order to figure out what is the best harmonica. And then maybe I'm choosing a first position instead of a third, or finding. And then after that, I'm just trying to figure it out. And with success and errors, I'm just switching to the best instrument that seems suitable for the music, and that's it. But most of the time, I can figure it out. If you ask me the question to study what this particular kind of song that I've been playing, I can tell you. But in fact, that doesn't interest me that much. The only thing I want to know is, okay, does it work? Can I play it? Is it? Can I just improvise on that? And that's it. The rest is. But yes, if you take a look on my videos, most of my pop songs are only played on the C harmonica, because you can play in E minor, A minor, A major. I mean. Ah! And so on and so forth. So you can play all those keys on one single harmonicas, and then boom, you can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you play E major on the C harmonica. It doesn't matter. If it works, it works.
Right. I guess if you're thinking melodically, not with chords, if you're thinking purely melodically, then it's the same as a violin or a piano, or you have all the notes. It's up to you which ones you use, right?
Yeah, and at this stage, I need to be completely honest here. Okay, I fell in love with the harmonica, but I hate the sound. I don't like the instrument very much. I would rather continue to play the saxophone, but it's just like a love story. You know, we fall in love sometimes with people and they're no good for you. Or they are just, you know, you don't like them, but you love them. It's kind of stupid, but this is exactly the same thing. I am stuck with this instrument. I am trying to play music with this instrument. I am not a harp player. I am just trying to make the best out of it because this is the instrument that stuck with me. That's all.
Christelle, I've got a recording of you from iTunes playing Summertime, but do you have an album?
I've got, okay, this is the thing. Okay, and I will try to be as open as I can here. And there is no manipulation, no schemes behind that. Okay, I have been doing a Kiss Kiss Bank Bank crowdfunding campaign back in 2016, and it has been successful. And in fact, the record company I have been signed with has me up big time. And the profit of the album has been taken by them. I don't have any money from. This is why I have not advertised about the album at all. And to be honest, we are in 2020. I am still not over it. I am still so bitter and so gutted by this that, you know, I have not been posting that much video as much as before, and I'm still trying to recover a certain candor with the harmonica. But this experience has been really hard, very, very hard, because, as you know, I am poor. I'm still trying to find a daytime job, and it's been years like that. And I was having so much hope about that, about this album. But anyways, this is the situation. So yes, you can find my album on Amazon and everything, but just know that this money will not go in my pocket. So.
And do you have a favorite song you like to play on the harmonica?
No. I mean, for me, it's just about the music. It can be a pop song. It can be a reggae. It can be a jazz. It can be a blues. It can be anything. No, I can't say there was. Oh, maybe there is one, but it's not particularly. Yeah, this one, yes. I mean, this one, yeah, it's a...
Fantastic. And Christelle, our community are asking, can we buy the album directly from you then, bypassing?
No.
You can't, okay. Because I'm sure we'd all buy one from you.
Because VLF Production has made sure that the production will be only possible by them, and I have never been able to buy anything from them, so I can sold my own copies. So seriously, I had to be vulgar or anything, but on that one, I have been big time. You have no idea. Oh, yeah.
Well, Christelle, we've got about another 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, something like that. It's so lovely to hear you play. Do you want to finish? Do you want to finish with just playing a bit more?
Sure.
Anything you like. I'd love to hear some reggae if you would.
No, it's too late for that.
It's too late. Okay. Or too early, maybe. Anything you like. It's been great, hasn't it? Hasn't it been great?
Can everyone hear?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So yeah, so apparently I need to make some room for Giles Robson.
Oh, well, we have 3 or 4 minutes
Okay,
left.
and, okay. So for the people who have just make it through, again, sorry for my accent, and thank you for coming. You don't know how much it was overwhelming for me to be right up at the opening of this virtual session. And I catch the occasion to say thank you for every one of the organizers, Ben, Trevor, Pete, Sam, Dave. Oh my God, thank you so much, guys, for organizing all that. And you guys rock, and your deep love of this instrument has made this possible. So thank you. Hats off to you.
We are very